Many thanks. Now, the Tube might soon not be the only train you could catch deep below the streets of London. The so-called Mail Train, which was first launched by the Post Office as an underground rail network back in the late 1920s, well, it's being opened up to the public for the first time as a new tourist attraction. Sky's Sarah Hajibagheri went for a ride.
London's forgotten rail line has laid silent for over a decade. We've come 21 metres underground to explore the postal rail network, which shuttled correspondence around the capital for almost a century.
It was nicknamed the Royal Mail's best kept secret. It will be explored by the public and everyone will get to see and know what it was all about.
Ray Middlesworth knows these tunnels well. He's worked here for 30 years.
It was noisy and busy. We had a train come into the station every 6 minutes. We ran over 20 hours a day. You'd know you were underneath Selfridges or under Oxford Street or near Tottenham Court Road, and you could reference your position in the tunnel to above ground, but of course no one knew we were down here.
The service was the world's first driverless electric railway and was opened in 1927 as a response to heavy traffic on the streets. It ran for 6.5 miles from Paddington to Whitechapel, but was a hub for the world. The Mail Rail is the star attraction here at the Postal Museum. It's been closed for 14 years, but from September, members of the public can take a ride. And I've got an early ticket. Back in its prime, the train sped beneath the streets at 35 miles per hour, but it's been slowed down for the modern museum goer. For 76 years, the Mail Rail ran underneath London streets, transporting up to 4 million parcels a day. Look just how close we are to these tunnels. It's quite a claustrophobic and bumpy ride, and it's quite an extraordinary experience. Newly opened, the Postal Museum hopes its mix of history and mystery will attract a broader audience than just ardent stamp collectors.
There's a 40 train on the westbound platform.
So how do you make post exciting for punters?
Yeah, it's a challenge. We're aware that the Postal Museum is a challenging title, but you know, we kind of really illuminate 500 years of British history. Some of the tunnels, they were used during the First World War to hide the Rosetta Stone, portraits from the National Gallery. I heard a rumour only Wednesday that the tunnels branch off to the war rooms that Churchill used during the Second World War.
So the Post was really the world's first social network?
Absolutely right, exactly. Yeah, you could literally write, the Post Office would collect sort of 12 times a day from remote villages, and you could write and say to somebody, I'll see you at 3 p.m. for tea, and they would be there. It was incredible service.
The Rail Mail is back on track, a relic of Britain's industrial heritage, and the museum is hoping we'll all want to hop on board. Sarah Hajibagheri, Sky News.